the stage someone who I've been lucky enough to know for quite a few years. He's an expert in internet law and a keen observer of ICANN, the chair of the Danish Internet Forum and DK-Hostmaster.dk, Professor Henrik Udsen.
Thank you. The internet is kind of binding us all together in the global community. So is soccer, but like the internet has a dark side, so has soccer, and one of them is injuries, and that's why I had a less elegant entrance to this scene. But now I'm here, and dear friends, colleagues, and participants of ICANN58, I would also like to welcome you to Copenhagen. It's great to see you all here. As chair of Danish Internet Forum, DIFO, the registry of that DK, it is a great pleasure and privilege to stand here today and meet all of you representing the Global Internet Society at ICANN58 in Denmark. I would like to thank the Minister of Culture for opening the conference. I would like to thank the Danish Business Authority for taking the initiative to place this meeting in Copenhagen, the first ICANN meeting in Copenhagen ever. And I would like to thank ICANN also for all their support and cooperation in this process. Like ICANN, DIFO is based on a multi-stakeholder model, ensuring that all interests of the Danish Internet Society is represented in the continuing efforts to make the .dk zone attractive and secure. We believe that this multi-stakeholder model, both at a national and international level, is a vital component in creating a robust solution to the many challenges we face. I guess this was efficiently demonstrated with the successful IANA transition, as we also just heard about. Of course, the IANA transition was a huge thing for ICANN, which leaves some questions what to do now, I guess. And I also think that the IANA transition demonstrated another thing, namely that even this is primarily a technical organization, you cannot completely separate the technical issues from the commercial issues from the political issues. And I guess that when we look at the internet today and some of the challenges that we face, it's the same thing. We cannot really separate these three components. I think we are facing some very serious challenges also when we, for instance, talk the need for a free and equal internet. When we are looking at how the internet is used, when we are debating, we see hate speech, we actually see people who are withdrawing from the public debate because of the way internet is also used. I think some of these issues are very important to discuss as well. I do not think necessarily ICANN need to have an opinion about that, but the multi-stakeholder model means that we have so many people gathered here with insight and knowledge that we could use this opportunity still to discuss some of the issues, because the discussions between us is the only way we'll get wiser and move ahead. Another challenge that we need to face is the fact that the internet, to an increasing extent, is becoming the battlefield of cyber attacks and other types of crime. In the fight against internet crime, the domain name world can play an important part. This does, however, require important discussions of how to strike the right balance between fighting crime and other interests, including freedom of speech and privacy. It is one of the key focus areas of DIFO, how to contribute to this fight and how to strike the right balance. And I do hope that we will have a chance to discuss that at this ICANN meeting somewhere also. I'm convinced that the multi-stakeholder model also in this respect will show its value. ICANN58, of course, also offers meeting and discussions on a large number of other interesting topics. As a new thing at the ICANN meetings, local stakeholders have been given the opportunity to invite you to sessions in an official side event program. And I'm standing with it right here. You will have it in your conference bag as well. So we hope you'll find some time to visit these sessions organized by Danish organizations, NGOs, and companies. You will find the side event program, well, just said in the conference bag, but you may also visit the side event website. I don't know if you can, yes, it's It's there, yes. You will find the website address on top of that page, and you can go and register for some of the side events. I'm sure we'll find many interesting events to participate. I know you have a lot to do when you are here in Copenhagen, but hopefully you will find time for this as well. And although ICANN58 offers many interesting sessions, we hope you will find time to experience our wonderful city Copenhagen as well. I'll end my speech with a couple of do's and don'ts when you are in Copenhagen. I'll start with a couple of don'ts. Don't expect the cyclists to stop for you, because they won't. And it looks nice and it's good for health, it's good for environment, but it's a jungle law out there. So, step back when the cyclists are coming. Don't go to Tivoli. Not because it's not a wonderful place, because it is. Oldest amusement park in the world in the middle of the city. It looks fantastic place to visit. But it's closed this time of the year. So if you go there, you'll meet a closed gate. If you try to enter anywhere, you'll probably get arrested, so don't do that. Instead, you could actually visit Christiania. Christiania used to be a military area, which was abandoned by the military in the 70s. Then the hippies occupied the area, and has been serving like a hippie village ever since in the middle of the city. It's been quite controversial over the years, quite a lot of debate about Christiania, but it's definitely worth a visit. So you could go there if you have the time. You could also do something else if you really want to feel like a Copenhagener. You could go and find a red traffic light in the middle of the night, and then wait to cross the street until it turns green, even there's absolutely no cars anywhere around you. That's the way we do it in Denmark. We stand there and we wonder why we do not walk, but we don't. Of course, there are many other things you could do in our wonderful city, but the number one thing to do to feel you are really in Copenhagen and Denmark is obvious to register at the DK domain name. So while you're here, visit one of the many registrars selling the DK domain names and get the full Copenhagen and Denmark experience. I hope you will enjoy ICANN58 and your days in Copenhagen. I'm looking very much forward to our many interesting sessions and important discussions we'll have. Thank you all for your attention.